Alright, so yesterday I did the video on webcomic chapter 138. There we saw Blue arrive and just destroy a dragon level monster in one hit. He just flew in and killed it, and he has like these laser swords and this crazy suit of armor. And we also saw Moomin Rider get his own custom power suit, and he one-punched his own dragon level monster. So if you want to see that video, it's right up here, or here. But ONE just released 2 webcomic chapters 2 days in a row, so now we're at chapter 139, and this one is really interesting. We learn who the Mad Cyborg is. At least that's what they're trying to make us believe. So Genos and Drive Knight are going to meet up, they're going to slice down some monsters together, and Drive Knight's going to show Genos about his black box and explains to him a lot of the tactical transformations that go along with it. Now you have to realize that here in the webcomic, Genos and Drive Knight did not team up like they did in Murata's version of One Punch Man. And there we even saw them fuse together, which was like just absolutely insane and amazing. But here Genos isn't as familiar with Drive Knight as he is in the manga. Genos and Drive Knight even take on this disaster level dragon Apex Rabbit. That thing looks scary as hell, to say the least, and they just destroy it with ease. And so as we go back to One Punch Man episode 12, as Drive Knight told Genos, beware of Metal Knight, he is your enemy. Now we're going to start getting into why, and Genos finally gets the opportunity here to ask Drive Knight, why? Are you going to explain this to me or not? Drive Knight saying that he is not the Mad Cyborg, but I said that to keep you away from Metal Knight. Because Beaufoy, the actual S-rank hero that controls the robots, he like steals military tech, and if he sees the kind of tech that Genos has, he might just like try and defeat him and rob him of it. And Drive Knight calls Beaufoy evil. He masks himself as a hero with a sense of justice and joined the Hero Association, but at the moment most of the military defense systems have been hijacked by his own. You can say they were virtually taken over, both as a scientist and as a mechanic. What he lacks is a sense of ethics. He can only judge things numerically. His heart is basically the same as a machine. Drive Knight goes on to talk about how the Hero Association has this monster facility, and there basically what Beaufoy is doing is he's like doing experiments on these monsters and he's turning them into weapons, which may be the reason, strong may, for the increase in monsters coming out and attacking the cities. And monsters are also getting stronger, they also have said as well. And Drive Knight saying that he like lends them power with technology and then just sends them on a rampage, which in turn throws society into chaos. It keeps wearing out security organizations such as the Hero Association and the police, promoting the decline of national strength. He is trying to rule the world at the right moment when mankind's resistance is weakened. He wants to destroy everything at once, just like playing in a sandbox and rebuilding the world he has full control over. And so Genos is asking like, well, how much does the Hero Association know about him? If he's like this crazy scientist, you know, what's going on? And Drive Knight's saying like they basically just give him free reign, which we've seen them do with a lot of other S-rank heroes as well, primarily Blast. And most of the other S-rank heroes will like listen to the Hero Association for the most part, but they kind of do their own thing as well. And Drive Knight's also saying that the Hero Association is so reliant on the weapons that he creates that they can't just like shut him down because they need that weaponry. Doesn't really make too much sense if you think about it, because if he's one of the people unleashing all of these monsters and you need the weaponry to stop the monsters, then if you stop Beaufoy, you'll stop the monsters and thus you won't need the weapons. But let's continue. And Drive Knight talks about how he's done all of this like his own research, which may be the reason for why he wants to collect stuff like Orochi cells and anything else he can get his hands on. Now he's saying that probably a few people in the Hero Association are reliant on Beaufoy, but not all like executives in the Hero Association are in agreement on certain things. So basically there's like maybe a traitor or maybe kind of like a vigilante-esque executive in there working with Beaufoy, but I'm going to get to this in a minute. It's kind of important because I think all this stuff that Metal Knight is saying to Genos is actually just, he's full of crap. And he's saying all of this to get Genos to help him do something very chaotic, which we'll see in just a minute. And now here, Drive Knight drops the bomb. He says, my village was also destroyed by a rampaging machine, one that Beaufoy created. It was the same individual that destroyed your town and family, the Mad Cyborg. So this is the huge revelation. Basically, Drive Knight is trying to say he and Genos are one and the same. Maybe he's gotten rid of his human side more, but primarily they have the same goal. And what he's going to do is he's going to ask Genos to help him stop the Mad Cyborg. And here we see Drive Knight talking about the Mad Cyborg, the elusive rampaging cyborg that delivered complete destruction countless times. It is one of many autonomous weapons of destruction brought into the world from Beaufoy's countless weapon experiments. Whether it be cyborg or AI-controlled robots, he has spawned countless murder machines into the world. By exterminating these machines and collecting samples, I have continuously modified and strengthened my body. And he's also saying there's like no evidence that it was ever destroyed, but it did stop showing up like a few years ago, which can lead to a couple other theories as well. And Drive Knight saying that, I believe that it's still around, it wasn't destroyed, it's just that Beaufoy is holding on to it as a trump card. And we also see this like army of robots. So basically Drive Knight wants Genos to help him stop Beaufoy's army of robots. And the interesting thing about this is I think this is going to be Genos's like final arc, right? This is his redemption. He's wanted revenge on the Mad Cyborg that destroyed his town and his family. I think like when we get to the end of the series, we're probably going to get to that point. Maybe not necessarily at the same time that Saitama fights God, but maybe like the arc before. And Drive Knight says now is the time. Metal Knight has already made his move using strengthened monsters, causing chaos and distress. He'll use the full arsenal to deal a final blow to an already shattered world. His army of robots will attack. The cyborg will undoubtedly also appear. So before that happens, I want you to spearhead an attack from this end. Will you join me? So that's the end of the webcomic chapter. Now, if you've been following my channel for a long time, you know that I think that Drive Knight actually is the traitor. Think about if Beaufoy is not all of these things that he says, he could just easily be tricking Genos to helping him destroy Beaufoy and his army of robots, perhaps to get his technology and advance himself even further. There's been a lot of things throughout the manga that have pointed to Drive Knight actually being the Mad Cyborg. A very well plain black and white, this could be the truth, and this could be the way one is gonna go along with the story, but I feel like Drive Knight is really setting Genos up, and he is the actual traitor here. So sometimes in One Punch Man, it's easy to make theories because there's just so much content and storylines, and sometimes we do go off the bat, but is it really just that black and white that Beaufoy created the Mad Cyborg this whole time, and he's got him in storage somewhere, and he's just gonna come out and fight? I mean, possibly, but like, wouldn't it make it a much more compelling story if Drive Knight this whole time was just playing Genos in order to help him accomplish his evil goals? Whatever the case, we're probably going to get Genos versus some super cyborg. Maybe it's going to be like some sort of mirror match, or he may even have to fight Drive Knight himself. And that would be really interesting because honestly, I think Drive Knight is way stronger than Genos right now. So it would be tough for Genos to fight Drive Knight if he is the Mad Cyborg, but we'll have to see in the next chapter or two. Pretty interesting developments. I like that they're bringing something from the beginning and they're finally getting to it now. This is something that fans have theorized about for a long time. So this was really juicy and I appreciated this chapter. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below and I'll see you on the next one. Hey guys, just a reminder that I am going all in on this new massive project that I've been working on for the last few months with a huge team of artists and developers. It would mean everything to me if you would sign up on my Patreon, gain some exclusive rewards, and support the project release.